wooing Africa with a big, noisy and colourful welcome. This is the biggest diplomatic event India has ever hosted. And there's reason for the fuss. Annual trade between India and Africa has gone up from $3 billion in 2000 to about $70 billion today. But India's Africa ties lag far behind China. So India is hoping to use summits like this one to engage with Africa even more. While India cannot match China's deep pockets, it's wooing Africa for the same reasons as its Asian rival. As India's economy takes off again, its need for natural resources will steadily mount. And with China's growth slowing, many here see this as an opportunity for India to narrow that gap. Already, India is buying oil from Nigeria, Algeria, Mozambique and Angola. But experts forecast that Africa's oil supply to India will only grow further.
India obviously is now having a huge focus on Africa. If you see last 1 year, Nigeria has become one of the top oil exporter to India, right? And Angola, we don't hear much about Angola, but Angola is the second largest, right? So in terms of, the oil need for India, India will have to look for these kind of things, given the kind of political situation in the, in the world. I think this summit will help forge some of those alliances.
And this is what India offers to Africa in return. Thousands of Africans head to India every year for medical procedures that cannot be done locally, with Indian hospitals quick to tap into this market. Providing translators and easy service, hospitals here say they have an edge over China.
Unlike China, there are a lot of edges that we have. For example, the talent pool. The doctors of India obviously have created a mark for themselves all over the world. Language being another benefit that we have. English, is something that Indian doctors, everybody is very proficient with. So that actually adds a lot for us to grow and a lot of innovation happening in India. So for us, transporting that into another country and making an impact is much easier.
Good morning everyone in Africa.
Not just healthcare, in education too, India is investing heavily in the continent. But is this enough to give India an upper hand in Africa? Some think it's not a race between China and India.
I don't think China is going to drastically slow down in Africa because that's where growth is still happening and that's what they need more of now more than ever. They need areas of investment that will actually create huge sustainable growth. Africa is a big area for that. I think that doesn't carve out the space for India. I think the opportunity in Africa is so large and so real that there's a huge gap as well.
New Delhi has already extended billions of dollars of concessional credit to various countries across the continent to help this cause. And with summits like this, India is keen to further its ambition to replace China in the continent.